Hastings. Welcome to another Tales of Love. I'm Tom Wright, and today I have the pleasure of meeting another great Hastings couple, the Goderstads, Bert and Margaret Goderstad. Thank you for doing this, and thank you for inviting us into your home. This is a very lovely home, I have to say.
Thank you.
And for sale, by the way. We should plug that, huh? We can get that plug in there. You guys have your house on the market?
Yeah, right.
Great neighborhood, right?
Yes,
Right.
it is. Yeah, it's a wonderful neighborhood.
Here in West Hastings on Tierney, or Pringle
Pringle Court.
Pringle Court. Well, in Tales of Love, we get the stories of how these couples met, how the story of the proposal, their wedding, and also get some tips on how you keep a great marriage going like this one here. And this one has been going for 57 years now.
Yes, yeah.
Wow. So whomever is the best at telling a story or who is the most accurate can start off here. Please tell us, how did you two meet?
Well, I better tell that story because I was a senior in college at St. Olaf. That's where we met, St. Olaf College in Northfield, Minnesota. And we had some friends that had written a play for the homecoming festivities that year. And when we were seniors, and she casted me as the Gullicks in Jim Thurber's The 13 Clocks. It was a book that Jim Thurber had written, and she got permission to make it into a play. And the Gullicks was a guy kind of like a, what would you call him, Margaret? Stranger that ran around the stage in a green nightgown, a nightshirt, I should say, with rickrack on it and a funny little cap. And but the best thing was Margaret was in the makeup crew, and she smelled so good with that perfume she had on, Fantastique, right?
Yeah.
And I had to ask her out. So the next weekend we went to another play, and it was something else. But she lived in Hillable Hall on the west end of the campus, and I lived with the same roommate I had all 4 years at college. Not very many people do that, by the way, but off campus. And I came dancing home, and my roommate says to me, "What on earth got into you?" I said, "She's the one, she's the one, I couldn't shut up. And so that was it. And then from then on, I kept in contact with her through, I had not met her. I had served as the sales manager for the yearbook, the junior year, and I think she was on the staff selling them.
I was.
Yeah, also. So I didn't know her real well, but from then on, from the play, I really knew her.
And Margaret, what was your first impression of this guy here?
Well, I thought, who is this guy? Yeah. So, but, you know, he was friendly. He was very active, and I liked that in a person. Yeah.
Oh.
Remember when I first met your mom and dad? Was it when
Yeah, how did that go over, meeting the parents?
Yeah.
Well, after I graduated from college, I went to Watertown, Wisconsin with the J.C. Penney Company, and Margaret came down there to see me on the train. Yeah, and then when I met her at the train, she came in, was it early in the morning?
Oh, yeah.
And lo and behold, there was the manager of the penny store at 5 in the morning. He was wondering what I was doing there. I said, well, I'm meeting my fiancée, or fiancée-to-be. And she's coming on the train, and he was putting his wife, she was going to go visit their son or something. But then I took her out to meet my folks, and Margaret dressed very well. And my mother said to me, "You'll never be able to buy clothes for her." But the first thing I did was
can't afford her, son.
to meet my dad. He was immigrant from Norway when he was 19, and I had him come upstairs. At that time, he had his cheese factory that he made cheese for 50 years there, and I had him sit down in the living room where the piano was, And I said, now, Margaret, you got to play the Norwegian national anthem, Bjelke. And the tears rolled down his cheeks. He was so, Margaret could do no wrong.
I could do no wrong.
No,
Yeah.
it really
Yeah.
impressed my dad, and that was good, you know, because he had other daughters-in-laws. But and then we got engaged at homecoming time, wasn't it?
And how's that? Yes, tell us that story and how you proposed.
Well, I bought the ring in Watertown at a local jewelry store, and I drove quite a while. I had the weekend off.
Do you remember how much you paid for the ring?
I don't really remember. It was
Here it is.
There it is, though.
Yeah.
It was very nice.
Yeah.
That is a very nice ring.
She liked it, I think. But
Yeah.
we went up to Hillable Hall and overlooking what is called
Norway Valley.
Norway Valley at St. Olaf, where a lot of oldies got engaged and had blanket parties or whatever. And so I had this, I had the green Ford, didn't I?
Oh, yes.
I had bought a green Ford and had driven up there. Or did I have my dad's car?
Oh, no, you had that awful green Ford.
Yeah, okay.
I never
We
liked
never liked the
I
green Ford.
hated that car. Oh.
Anyway, I had driven up from Watertown to, and you were staying with, she had taught school in Madison that first year, Madison, Minnesota, close to where she lived. And she was staying with her aunt and uncle there, and so I delivered her back to there. And where did I stay?
Maybe you stayed at their house too.
I think I might have.
Yeah.
There wasn't any sneaking over to each other's place in the middle of the night? No?
They had
No.
other gals there too. And so that was, you know, I think, were they all screaming or what? No. But we had a good time that weekend. And I had to drive back to work, of course, in Watertown.
And what was your reaction, Margaret?
I kind of expected it.
Yeah. You were like, about time.
Yeah.
About time.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
right, about time.
At that point, how long had you been dating or known each other?
Oh, for a year and a half.
Year and a half at least, yeah.
Yeah.
It was at homecoming time.
Well, let's go to the wedding now. Let's fast forward a little bit.
Okay.
And let's go to the wedding. What day is your wedding, first of all?
June 8th, 1957.
June 8th, 1957. Paint the picture for us.
For me, because June 8th was Frank Lloyd Wright's birthday. And Frank Lloyd Wright had been my hobby since I was 8 years old.
Famous architect.
Yeah, he was an architect, of course, the most famous architect in the world, the best one, too. Some people don't
Yeah.
agree, but we can't argue that now. He's long gone. But June 8th came, and there we were, and all kinds of red-armed Norwegian ladies did all the reception in the church parlors. You know, it's a big church.
That's
in
what you
Boyd.
did. You didn't have hotel
Well, there's no place.
receptions then. They
No.
were always in the church.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of good food, and my dad just couldn't get over how flat it was out there, so he had to take a spin to South Dakota, which is about 15 miles from your
Yeah.
home. But everything went out okay. My college roommate was my best man. He came up, and we had other friends, Margaret's friends from the.
Yeah.
And we're still friends
Lots
with a
of
lot
relatives.
Yeah, lots of relatives. And, my sister was in the wedding. My twin sister was in the wedding, and
Any bloopers? Any wedding speech gaffes or any?
No.
everything went fine. The
Nobody
reception-
fainted or
No,
anything like that.
no, everything went fine. So we drove back. We drove into Iowa, and I was very tired. We stayed at the first town. I can't remember the.
I don't remember the town.
So was that your honeymoon? Was a road trip?
On our way back to
Yes.
Portland Wood.
You sound very happy, excited about that. How'd that go for you, Margaret?
Well, there was no choice.
But the motel was a very nice motel. But we woke up, and there on the label on the sheets was a J.C. Penney brand new sheets we had slept on.
That's
because I'd
funny.
been with Penny's, you know.
Yeah.
And so then we spent 2 years down at Fort Edward. And actually, that was our 2-year honeymoon.
Yeah.
We never did get a honeymoon.
And we did have fun.
So let's fast forward. Let's fast forward 57 years now ahead. You've been married, and one son later too. You did have a son. So I'd like to hear from you. What are your tips for how have you stayed together for 57 years? What are your tips for a good marriage?
We were just talking about that a little bit, and some things that bind us together are family, friends, the church, the community. Those are really important things, and they keep us active and involved.
And let each other know what the schedules are, what you're going to do that day, and what the plan is for other days, you know. And of course, we're very active people, and
You've been in Hastings since 1965.
65, we moved here.
We were gone for 3 years in LaGrange, Missouri, but then
We've been here all the while.
missed it so much we had to come back.
I have some other fun questions for you. Margaret, let's start with you. What is your favorite gift that you ever received from your husband here? Or it could be a gesture too, something he did for you.
My favorite gift. I think when Bert was on the road a lot, he would go into antique stores and he would bring some pretty spectacular jewelry back for me that I really, really liked and I still enjoy today.
Wow.
Yeah.
How about you, Bert? What's the favorite?
I got one on.
You have one on, huh?
Red cashmere sweater. But always it was just, Margaret is one great cook, and she has made wonderful dinners for me over the years.
What's your favorite?
Well, let's see, what would be my favorite? I think Aunt Minnie's potatoes. That's not really an aunt, but she got this recipe from someone she worked with at Lutheran Brotherhood.
Yeah.
And they are wonderful.
Wow. That does sound good. I think I might stick around for dinner.
I think you should.
Well, it'll probably take a couple of days to get it ready.
Yeah.
And
So,
roast beef.
but just to give you an idea, they are baked in cream and half and half.
They are very good.
What is your favorite Valentine's tradition? What do you guys do for Valentine's Day? Do you have a tradition or?
No, we don't really.
Yeah.
Just there for each other.
Yeah.
Maybe many times we've gone out to eat. And this year, I don't think we will because I'm at Leduc for a Valentine's Day tea all day, and maybe Bert's working.
I'll be working that day.
Yeah. So.
We'll probably have something red on.
There you go, yes. Well, I want to thank you both for your time today and sharing your stories, and it was great to get the story from you guys. I've known you guys for a while now, but I have not heard the story of how you met and all that. So thank you again for inviting us here in your home, and happy Valentine's Day.
Thank you.
Thank
and
you, and
our
greetings to
pleasure.
everyone that's in love.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Yeah.
Thank you, and that's it for this edition of Tales of Love.